In this video, I'd like to look at the bash at command. So the first thing I want to say is that in my Ubuntu virtual machine, the install did not include at. And so when I first ran the command man at, it said, I don't know what you're talking about. And then I installed it, and now it does. But to get that to happen, I ran the installing command, sudo app install at. And I didn't need anything more than that. I didn't need to say where it was. It sort of knows about the at command. It just hasn't installed it. Okay, and here's my script that I'm going to talk about. Here are my two of my references that I use to write this. And what at does is allows you to sort of set aside a sort of amount, some commands, some bash script, some code you want to execute, but you can specify sort of a later time at which you want to run this code. Okay, so and when you run at in the command line, if you run at, it sort of, well, it needs a time. So let me say at 1340, sometime from now. Then it sort of creates a new prompt, and then you define the things that you want to happen at that prompt. But I don't want to do it. I want to do it as a script, not as a sort of set of command line prompts. So I want to get out of that. And but that's explaining sort of what comes next is this done at thing. So first, what do I have? This was all comments. I'm making a file thing.txt. Either I might have it, or it'll make it new if I don't have it. And I'm using a single arrow, so I am overwriting or writing in this new file the date. And that has nothing to do with the at. That's just sort of saying I'm creating a file, and it's going to show me the date before I have anything to do with that. At q is the q for the at command, and it is going to show me anything that I might have scheduled. So these are sort of jobs that get scheduled, and so do I have any scheduled jobs? So let's see if I have anything scheduled. Right now I don't have anything scheduled. I started to create something that was going to happen at 1340, but I didn't sort of go through. I Control C, I got out of there. Nothing happened. So I don't have anything in my queue at this time. But that's what when I run the script, that's what's going to happen. It's going to show me, before I schedule anything, it's going to show me my queue. And then I'm just echoing out to the terminal that this is before the job scheduled. And then now I'm working with act. And I can work with sort of like relative times to now, or I can specify specific times and dates. So I'll have to come back and play a little bit more with these dates and times, but I can use, so I showed you one here. I just sort of said at 1340. So if I say at 1340, then that is sort of the next 1340, which would have been, I don't know, sort of 4 minutes from now if I had finished creating something to be some job to be run at that time. And it does use this sort of military time. I made a mistake at one time of it was 12 something. And I scheduled something for 1 and it ended up to be at 1 in the morning of the next day. So that's something to know. So in line 16 here, I'm just using the time now and then adding to it. So sort of 1 minute from now, I'm going to schedule a job so that within, that's not too long, so that within we'll be able to sort of see what's going on in this video. So I'm saying at this now plus 1 minutes, and I have different times. I can do days, I can do hours. So I say in 1 minute from now, could be 2, it could have been 2 or 3, but in the minutes from now, I'm going to create this job. And when it's telling me that everything between here and done at is going to be in that job. And the only thing I'm doing in the job is, again, I'm writing the date command, and this time I'm appending to thing.text. So I'm creating a job, and it will go until, and then in this 1 minute from when this script ran, that job will run, and it will add another date to thing.txt. And this is my, this said I was using done at to delineate the bottom of that first job. So just that my job is just a single date command. Not very interesting, but should have an effect that we can see. Here I'm showing, so this was based on now and some time from now. The second job is I'm saying do it 2, which is 2 in the morning, 2 a.m. And I'm saying do it on July 26th of 2022. So this is month, day, year, sort of a very like American style of time here. And then and that's 2 days from now, so we're not going to see that. I'm going to echo out the word another and also append it to the text file thing. And this is the end of that. This echo says that I'm done scheduling jobs, and then I'm going to look at the queue again. So in the beginning, my queue should have no jobs, and at the end, it should have 2 jobs. And then if I wait a minute, then I should see that the first job will have ended, the text file will have been edited, but I will still have the job that is 2 days from now scheduled. Okay, so here I am. Again, I have nothing scheduled right now. That's my queue for @ATQ. And let me, where do I have it? Bash, finally. So I'm going to run this script, and then I will look at thing.text with a cat. So there is, it happened too quickly for me. I'm gonna, I still have the one job, though that job sort of ran too quickly for me. So I didn't get to see it before it ran. So I'm going to make this 2 minutes and try again. Now the first date here overwrites. So I'm going to overwrite, so my date will be cleared out. I should be able to see 1 date, then 2 dates. And this, I still have 1 job, and I'm going, so I can show you atrm is how I remove a job that I have scheduled. I'm going to, it's sort of was giving them names automatically. So it called it 15, job 15. So I'm getting rid of job 15. Look at my queue again. I don't have any jobs in my queue. And okay, let me try one more time. I'm going to bash. I'm going to look at thing.txt. It has the one date. I'm going to look at my queue. It has the two jobs. One of them takes place at 1343. And here's the problem that we're seeing is that when you add minutes, it sort of neglects where we are within the seconds of the minute. So it's not always sort of one, like you say, 1 minute. It's not necessarily 1 minute from now, but it takes what minute are we at and adds 1 minute to that. And that could be 2 seconds from now, depending. I think that was the sort of thing that happened to me the first time. At least that's how I feel it worked. I don't think a minute went by. But now I'm sort of blathering on and talking and waiting for 143 to go by, because that's when the job 16 is scheduled for. And then I should be able to see the update to the thing.txt file. And I can also, again, then look at the queue and see that one of the jobs has happened. And I can see the result of that by looking at the thing.txt file. It should have an additional date. And I've blathered on now long enough that it is past 1343. That's my virtual machine time. I think it's on California time. Okay, so let me look at thing.txt. There are now 2 dates. So that was the date when I ran my bash file, and now it includes also the date that was added by the job. And if I look at the queue, there's only one thing in the queue now, job 17, which is scheduled for Tuesday. And I'm not going to wait till Tuesday to see what happens. But there we have it. That's what I wanted to show you, sort of just an initial playing with the